Hey everybody. So today is not Welcome Home Wednesday because I was a little forgetful, and so it's going to be kind of like a Forgetful Friday. So anyway, we wanted to still make a video. This week, we've been talking about buyers and the buying process, and we've been given a little bit of information each week. So this week, we wanted to talk a little bit about two things: the final walkthrough and the closing day. So it's getting toward the end of the process. We've already, of course, got our approval. We've picked out a house. We've gone through the inspection and the appraisal and all that stuff, and everything's been running smooth. And so now it's about the week before closing, and it's getting close to that time to where we do a final walkthrough. So what is the final walkthrough? How does that work? Basically, we just schedule a time that's okay with the sellers to go in and look at the home, do a final walkthrough of the house to make sure it's in the same and like condition as whenever we first saw it. This is also our opportunity to make sure that any repairs are done. So if anything was negotiated in the process to have fixed or repaired or replaced, this is the time that we'll make sure that all that's done. That's it. I mean, we just go through and make sure that everything's good to go. Sometimes it can be, a little bit of a scheduling conflict because you have the seller possibly moving out, they're packing boxes, but we still find a time that's good for both parties. On the contract, it states it's done within 5 days of closing, and so it can be anywhere from 5 days before or even the morning of closing. Now, of course, if you're doing it like the day before closing or the morning of closing, you could run the risk of something happening to where, if something is not done or some type of repair isn't done the right way, then you can kind of get into a little bit of a timeline issue. I try to do it 2-3 days before if everybody's schedules can accommodate. So the other thing is closing day. So that's the happy time. That's when everybody gets together. And the main things to remember as a buyer is you want to bring any funds that you're going to owe on that day, and you should know ahead of time. Because we'll go over a closing disclosure, and that's going to give you all the financial information as to, how much money you need to bring that day, and you'll need to bring it in a certified check. Usually, there are cases when you can write a check, but it's very rare. So usually, it's a certified check. And then the other thing is your driver's license. Some people forget their driver's license, or it's in a different purse, or it's in a diaper bag, or whatever. But make sure you bring your driver's license, and it has to be valid. So if it's expired, you'll literally have to leave and go to the DMV and get it renewed, and then come back. I've had that happen too. So anyway, those are the two things. You'll sign, you'll be done, and everybody leaves happy. You bought a house. Today's the big day. So those are the two things we wanted to cover today: is your final walkthrough and what to expect on the closing day and what you need to remember to bring. So I hope this was helpful. We'll be talking to you guys even more. I think this is probably going to wrap up our buying series, and we'll probably get into a series more about selling a house and what you need to expect when it comes to that. So I hope everybody has a good weekend, and y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.